Welcome to Why They Play the Game, a show created to discuss the NBA on and off the court. I'm just one of your hosts, Michael Eric Owens.
And I'm Ken Hayes.
Hey, my brother, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, Michael. How you doing?
Oh man, hey, listen, we are back in the studio, man. So I'm doing great. Getting ready for a new season, folks. We are ready to hit the ground running. The NBA season starts on Tuesday.
Ooh,
Um, but let's do some housekeeping before that. Hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification button so that you can get all our content because we're gonna be diving deep. And so, Ken, let's first of all talk about preseason. Let's talk about we look at last year when we looked Cleveland. We know had the best season in the East, finished 64-18. In the West, we had the Thunder that finished the same, 64-18. So, what do you think? How do you think things are going to play out? Let's just start with the West Coast, with the champs. And we always want to start. We know the news media don't treat them like they the champs, right? We know we get more L.A., New York, and all that in Houston now since KD is there than we get with the MVP and the champs, OKC Thunder. So let's talk about how do you see the Thunder season going in the West Coast in general?
well, I mean, yeah. Let's start off talking about Oklahoma City. They got to defend their crown, number one. I mean, let's just say burn injury, trades, chemistry. But I think they lead the pack as far as in the West. They're a very young team. The only thing that I kind of worry about them, too young.
Mm,
I think if they went 7 games with Indiana, and don't get me wrong, Indiana they had a nice team, as far as I'm concerned in the NBA.
yeah.
Um, but I think they still need a veteran presence on that team. And my indication is that they're going to make a trade to get that presence for it may be at around the All Star break or before the trade deadline. But I think they want to give up some of their I'll call them role players
Mm,
because they got some young players on the bench that could start somewhere, Mike.
that's true.
Um, I think that who's going to give them some trouble, or I'll just say Denver. Um, New coach, Joker is still Joker. Um, they've made some moves to improve their team. I think head to head, Denver make give them. I'll say some trouble, but I still think OKC will come out the West as far as um, the other team that I'm looking at, Minnesota. Can they get past, let's just say, the second round, or
Interesting.
come out
Hmm.
of the West? Um, Anthony Edwards. I mean, he continues to be a great player, but the thing about that holds him up, Mike, is that in some games he just disappears. I mean, yeah, you can shoot the jumper, but sometimes you just gotta take it to the rack.
Yeah.
Um, they they should have went after Kevin Durant than Houston,
Mm,
as far as I'm concerned. They
mm,
need some other scoring. And
yeah.
let's talk about the Rockets.
Hmm.
Adding Durant gives them an offensive boost. But the thing about it, Mike, is that who else is there?
Well, and they lost their point guard,
Yeah,
Van Fleet. I mean that people don't understand how huge that is, and we're going to talk about Milwaukee a little later here in the show. But that point position, I don't care what anybody says, that that's been overlooked. But that losing Fred is going to be a big deal because they do not have a natural point guard. Now, I'm not saying I know it's positionless
yeah,
basketball.
right,
Now, I know
exactly.
somebody can argue that, but you got some people that are hard to replace. And I'll give you one example: Tyrese Halliburton. Okay,
Okay,
that's hard. When you got a true point guard, they hard to replace because they make your team a better team. What did Chris Paul do with San Antonio? The success they had there. Okay, now they got Fox. Right, you're gonna need, in my opinion, a championship team. You're gonna need someone. but it also depends on your makeup, right? Because if we look at OKC, we might say, well, who's a point guard in OKC? You
You don't
You
have
really don't
one.
have one, but you got multiple dudes that can handle the ball, multiple dudes that can break folks down, multiple dudes that can make plays. What is your point guard there for? To break people down, to make plays, to get in, to set people up. The OKC, why they're so dangerous, because they have multiple people that can set other people up. When you look at Houston, to validate your point, Ken, who's setting anybody up?
That's the question, Mike.
Thompson? Is Thompson going to take on that role? Can he? I haven't seen that sort of. We know he's a deep defensive expert. We know his offense is improved. Don't get me wrong. Thompson is a good player.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not, I'm not gonna. He can ball. He a baller. He gonna be a baller. But I don't see him as that distributor as like Fred was, right?
Oh, definitely.
And Fred was also that deep threat. You couldn't leave him alone. So who else is going to be able to do that
But Mike,
for the Rockets?
but for Houston, the thing is, how healthy is Kevin Durant going to be throughout the season?
Good
It's
point.
going to right, and then they just gave him a 2 year extension.
It's a good point,
So
Ken.
yeah, so I mean, KD love him to death, but health wise,
Because he what, 37 now? I think he's 37.
7. I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
We would have to
Yeah,
check.
I mean, I mean that it's 82 games, baby, and you know they're gonna try to preserve him. So what slot does Houston fall in? Will they go all in? Will KD try to play, his max minutes? Can his body hold up? I would tend to say no. I mean, what they say is, if you look at the past is a great predictor of the future, and I just think if you look at his injury history, the amount of games that he's played, and in a tough Western Conference.
Smart,
Mm.
but still, I think that LeBron, in my opinion, I don't think LeBron's too happy as far as his role with the Lakers. I think that after this year, he'll probably try to bounce and maybe go back to Cleveland.
Hmm.
That's the word around the league. But I mean, the Lakers, they don't get me wrong, Mike. Big city, big expectations, but I just don't see it happening. I just don't.
Yeah, and I mean the Lakers to me, until they completely rebuild that team around Luka, it's just you're just wasting Luka's time, because I mean a king can only be a king if he sits on the throne. And the bottom line is LeBron is he not that type of dude, man, and neither should he be at this point in his career. With the narrative behind him is he claims he's the GOAT. Well, the GOAT is not the GOAT is the GOAT. You're the face of the team. You're the face of the future of that team, and we know the opposite is true for LeBron. He's at the end of his career. He's no longer the face of this franchise. What purpose does he serve? Luka don't need no mentor. He an all-star. I don't mentor Luka. I mean, he's an MVP candidate. He doesn't need to. He's been in the league long enough. He's been playing long enough. The keys need to be given to him. And it's a tough situation because it was not an ideal trade underneath that. But Ken, going back to Houston, going back to Cleveland, who are they going to give up? Is he going back on the vet
No,
minimum? Is the King going to be on the vet minimum? The King?
nah.
Nah, man, come on. So who they going to, in order to get LeBron, you gonna
You
have
know,
to.
they get right.
I don't care if LeBron is 60. Hey, if the GOAT came back now, Michael Jordan came back now, they'll give up half their team to get him. I'm saying at 60, whatever, you not know. They gonna have to give up something to get him now. Will I don't know, is his contract, can he just leave?
I
I have to
he
look at
can
his
opt
contract.
out.
Maybe, yeah, if he just opts out, then they don't get anything for him. Then he can, but still, bruh, you got Donovan there. You got man, you got Hunter there. You got the point guard. You know what I'm talking about.
Garland.
Garland. You got Garland there. I mean, where is the fit? Where's the fit? Because one thing about LeBron, the beauty of LeBron is LeBron runs things. Things don't run him. He runs things, right? That's the challenge with him and Luka because LeBron is most effective with the ball in his hand, distributing, making other people better. How's he gonna do that in Cleveland, bro?
Mm. And that's Mitchell's team, right?
Yeah, I mean that you no, that's not gonna happen. You're not gonna give the keys to him, although he's from there to come back, bro. This is about winning, bro. This is not about we trying to give you, a Hollywood ending. That's
Your
yeah,
flowers.
yeah, yeah. What the goat didn't end in Chicago. I
Okay.
mean, he was in Washington. So the bottom line is you don't determine where you in, right? If you had stayed in Cleveland, that be just like Kobe did. Kobe stayed in LA. Yeah, he can determine where he ended up, man, because he was on the team and he was still part of the team. So I agree with you. I think LA is always more hype. Always
Let's
more hype than
let's talk about Golden State. Let's move on to
mm,
Golden State.
mm, mm.
Veteran. They got a lot of veterans. Curry. Um, I mean, the thing about Golden State is that playoff wise, I mean, they just barely got past Houston. Not don't take anything from Houston, but I just think that being that I want to say they're probably top five as far as one of the oldest teams in the league. And the thing about it
Yeah, yeah.
is,
Yeah, they
so
old, bro.
and then
Yeah.
what I don't understand, Mike, is that they hesitant on Kaminga. That's I don't get that, but I mean, you got to what Kaminga what 21, 22.
Yeah, he's young. Yeah, he's
He
young.
he
Yeah.
he just
Yeah.
signed a 2 year deal. That I mean, to me, that's not showing too much confidence in him, and I think they were trying to trade him.
Oh, if they could have got a package for him, they would have. And somehow I was hoping the Bucks would try to do something with some folks. I ain't gonna name no folks, but I was hoping that, something would happen because I think he can be a solid pro. I believe he's talented. He can play defense. Um, he's got great offensive skill, athletic skill. I just think the Draymond Green situation, because you really can't play them together. That's the problem, and they prefer Draymond over him unless you saw what happened when Curry couldn't play. Who held him up? It was him. It was his play in the playoffs that held him up when it wasn't Green. And so I'm like you. I felt like why would you not try to keep this young player thinking about the future? They got Al Horford. Oh,
Yeah, right.
Curry. Oh, okay. They got Butler. Oh, now don't get me wrong. All of these dudes can still ball. Don't get me wrong. Okay, Steph. Okay, is you can't listen. You shouldn't leave Steph alone in the shower. I'm here to tell you, he might score on you from the shower. I'll be honest with you. Them boys, they dangerous. But then again, it comes back to the point where longevity. When we get to 70 games, we get to 80 games, you get in the playoffs. How how fresh will an Al Horford be? Where will Jimmy Butler be? Jimmy has not been the healthiest as well, right? So
Right.
Jimmy's had some problems as well, which just comes with age, man. It's not a knock on any of these players. It
Nobody
just
beats Father
happens.
Time.
That's right, man. So when you look at them on paper, like I think a lot of teams look really good on paper, but once you start getting deep into the season, the 60 to 70, approaching the playoffs, what type of ball club will they be? And I just don't think they have enough youth can to make it back to the Western Conference Finals. I think Denver is with the moves that Denver made. I think Denver is going to be the team to beat along with OKC. I'm never going. I'm never listen. It's the champs until you take it.
Oh,
Okay,
definitely.
the way they disrespected Denver, the way they disrespected Milwaukee, um, the way they disrespected, in my opinion, OKC by not highlighting the champs all summer long, giving them they respect. Um, no, it's theirs to lose, and until you take it from them, they are the champion. Ken, The last time there was a repeat was Golden State,
Hey,
17, 18, 19 season.
but Mike,
Ken,
in Golden State, you're gonna see a lot of load management.
oh, you're gonna have to. Oh, you're gonna have to. So where's that gonna put them in? Are they gonna be in the play-in? Are they gonna be sixth? Right? Are they gonna be six? Right? If you get if you find if you do the play in 7-8, then you're gonna run up in maybe Denver, OKC in the first round.
You're
So
gonna do
no,
that.
no, you're gonna have to. I think this is gonna be one of the most competitive seasons, Ken, that we've seen in a long time. Because contrary to what anybody says, any these power rankings, these numbers that's coming out, I think this year's championship is anyone's game. I'm telling you, Ken. If Houston win it, I wouldn't be shocked. I'm just gonna be honest. I think it's
I would.
anyone's game. If Denver wins, I wouldn't
Oh
be
no.
shocked. Oh, OKC win it, I wouldn't be shocked. Minnesota gets to there and win it, I wouldn't be shocked. I just think it's the parity between teams is not great. It's
I
not.
get.
It's man. Listen, Detroit is formidable. You know what I'm saying? You better play Detroit, and we've been saying that, Cam, for a couple years. We saw them coming. We were telling people for a long time, listen, folks, yeah, y'all better see what Detroit doing over there because they coming, and now they have arrived. And so, oh man, Cave Cunningham is a
Balling.
problem.
Yeah.
He a problem. He you can't. I mean, these guys, him, Brunson, I mean, guys like that that have the ability to get in the paint, maneuver into, and the big thing, the big difference in those players, Ken, is they make tough shots. I mean, you can hang all over them, man. The English and this, that, and the other thing. So when we look at the league, in my opinion, Ken, I think it's anybody's ball game, and anybody thinks that someone is favored to do this, that, and the other thing. Milwaukee's already showed you. Milwaukee's already showed you what they did to OKC in the cup. They've already showed you when it come down to one or two games, it changes things, man. And so I just think there's not this great gap between
Teams.
those. Yeah, I just don't see it.
Let's before we get out the West, let's talk about the Clippers and the Mavericks.
Mm.
I think the Clippers coming off the controversy with Kawhi and getting paid. Um, I just don't think they will. Be, I predict they will be in a play-in. Mike, they had a great season last year. Came out of nowhere, really. But I just think that they haven't done enough to be. I'll say in that top four.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with the play in, but what I will agree is that I don't think. Yeah, I don't think they're in that top four in the West. I man, what a distraction, bro. What a distraction. Clippers have distractions after distractions. The Donald Stir. I mean, just distraction after this. Man, can they ever play ball? I mean, can they ever just come out, have a regular training camp, and come out and play ball, man? Because, I love seeing the Clippers play, man. But again, injuries, Ken, injuries. Like we hoping that don't happen this year, but we know the injury history of their players, and I just again, I don't think the Clippers. I put the Clippers in the same category as the Lakers. They're gonna be talked about a lot, but nah, I don't think the Clippers. Would I be shocked if they stayed healthy and they made a run?
We hope
Absolutely
so.
not. Absolutely not. Absolutely
Right.
not, man. Because if they ever get it together, now we saying if, and Kawhi is playing at a high level, James is playing at a high level. Man, come on, them boys, them boys can get busy. So, but I pretty much agree with your assessment. I don't know about the play in. I think they might be fifth or sixth, but I don't think they'll. I don't see them competing for any of those top spots.
So the talk over the summer has been Dallas had the first round pick.
Mm.
Um, you know, they people expect a lot. Coach received an extension, but I just it's going to be a matter of chemistry with Dallas. Can they get back to, let's just say the finals like they did 2 years ago? Is it a possibility?
No,
Uh, it's
no.
just not going. It's just not going to happen. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's just not going to happen that way. I think Dallas is. I'll say they're up and coming. You know, they got
But
some injuries over there too.
who's going who's going to run it? Who's going to run the show? That's not Kyrie's role. You don't want Kyrie doing. You want Kyrie's the assassin. You want the assassin out there killing. That's what you want. That's what he gonna do for you. Um, he's trying. Coach Kidd is trying to move. Flag to the point guard and make him do. I just don't. I don't see that. I just think when he started running up against folks like Cade, he started running up against KPJ. He started running up against folks like that, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna be easy pickings for them. So I don't think. And again, I'm not. Let me put this right, okay? Um, I'm not yet a believer in Cooper Flag. I'm not yet. I want to be, but I'm just not yet. Everything that I've seen from him says decent player, not superstar. And
Okay.
what you've told me is he's a superstar. So I want to believe it, but I haven't seen it yet. So I'm not saying he won't be, but what I'm saying, to me, he just seems like a good player, good height, good ability, not extremely athletic. Um, he's got decent handle. He's improved on his 3-point shooting. I don't see any dominant part of his game. Like when Paolo came in, Bancaro, I was like, this dude is that dude, right? And he's proved it. He's an all-star now, right? So we were not wrong on that, right? A lot of people question why did he go the first pick and all this other. I didn't question that because I saw him and I saw his athleticism and his talent. Um, yeah, Ken, I don't think Dallas should have never got rid of Luka. Let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it real. Mistake. It happened. And it is what it is. Is Anthony Davis going to be? Is he going to be fully healthy this year? When is that? When does that
That's a
actually
question.
happen?
I
You know,
think
I
with
mean,
Dallas, Mike, Davis being healthy the entire year, that's going to be a low management situation. Also, I think with Flag, the thing that he has going for him is that he doesn't have to be the number one guy. He can
absolutely.
learn,
Mhm.
take that role, you know, and just kind of develop. I think Kyrie, you know, he won't be back until they say around the All Star break, so that gives
Mm.
him time, time to rest up and things like that and get well. I just see Dallas as just trying to ascend, but I see them probably seventh, eighth in
Mm.
the Western because the West is tough, Mike. I mean,
Yeah, it is tough, and I think why I do agree that that's an advantage for him with Kyrie being out and being able to develop, but he ain't developing on the Washington Wizards. He's developing on a team that won a championship.
right.
And so he got a lot of pressure on him. And I think them Dallas fans, Ken, they ain't happy with 7-8. They ain't happy with no play in now. They were just at the Western Conference finals and got rid of Luka, and now bro. They want to be in that hunt for that championship. And so, well, I agree. He has time to develop, but them fans ain't giving him time. They want wins.
Yeah, but Mike, the thing about with their situation is that overnight it's just not going to happen. I don't care what anybody say.
Oh,
It's just
uh,
you know,
yeah, yeah. I completely agree with them.
but
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 giving
but
up,
mm-hmm.
but
Go
giving
ahead,
up
Ken.
Luca, but giving
Yeah,
up Luca, that's the pressure that Dallas has put on themselves, to
yeah.
get back to the finals. So
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Because they said they could do it without him, and so show it. Because I'm here to tell you, man. Man, I just folk. If to me, people like Luca, Giannis, um, the Joker. I mean, people like that SGA, you don't trade. They ask for a trade. That's the only way they go. Like you don't.
Well,
I don't care. I don't care where you at in the rankings because you're not going to get another Luka. You're not going to get another Joker. You're not going to get another Giannis. You're not going to get a. That's the clip. Just think, man, if SGA was still with the Clippers. Are you serious? With Kawhi, with James, with just think if he was still there. You don't trade. You don't trade players like that because those players you never ever get back. And so that's a mistake. And I think they're going to pay for it for some years. And we'll see what happens. I think they'll be an exciting team to watch, especially when Kyrie get back. Hopefully, Anthony can stay, healthy because, man, seeing a big man like that, his game is unique and the way he handles the ball, the way he shoots the three. I love his back to the basket game. We have very few players that do that nowadays. And so yeah, but again, like you said, I agree. I think if they slip, if something happened, they can't stay healthy, this thing, they definitely in the play in because their margin of error is very, very, very small.
small.
I'm not impressed with their bench. I just don't think they have that second unit that can come in, that can maintain the score or increase the score. No, I think they got a group that's going to struggle when their starters are not on the floor. So, yeah, it's going to be tough for them, Ken. It's going to be tough for Dallas.
Let's move into the Eastern Conference, Mike. Cleveland, best record in NBA last year. Had some health issues during the playoffs.
With Garland.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's still
added
out with his toe, right? He's still
yeah,
out with the toe injury. Yeah.
they added Lonzo Ball.
Mm,
Mm,
mm.
yeah, right. So I mean, you got to give them credit. They came out gangbusters last year. I think they won like almost what was it 12 or 15 straight or something like that
Yeah, I thought it
last
was
year.
20 or something. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
was a
could be
lot of
right.
them.
Yeah,
It was like it was a lot of
yeah.
games, man.
But the thing that but in the playoffs they get back to their old thing. Mitchell brings the ball up. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this shot. I'm gonna go to the basket. Not gonna get a whole lot of people involved. You They have to find a way to keep other people involved in the playoffs. He goes back to his old thing. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna score 50, and everybody else is under 10. Um, but the thing about Cleveland, I hate to say it this way. I think that Garland may be traded.
Mhm.
He had a disappointing playoffs. I know he was injured, but before he got injured, he just didn't. Let's just say come through for them.
Yeah,
So
Ken,
he's
and
gonna be the favorite. Go ahead,
no,
Mike.
no, no. Go ahead, Ken.
I mean, they're gonna be favorite to win come out the East.
Mm-hmm.
I, East is wide open, Mike. And I mean, when I say wide open, you could have. I wouldn't be surprised if New York or Indiana, Boston, Milwaukee came out the East. That's just how wide open it is. Um, they're looking at Orlando to be more competitive, be a top four. So it's the thing about the East is that these teams need to take advantage of it. But I think Cleveland will. They should come out the East as far as their lineup is concerned. But
You think
Indiana, you
so?
have. I
You
think
think
so.
so?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let's do something right quick. I'm gonna toss the Bucks up in here. Let's
Oh
just do
man.
something right quick. Let's just do something right quick. So, we're just gonna say matchups. Let's go. Let's go in the front court. So, you got Mobley in I'm looking at him right now. You know what I'm talking about, the other Mobley in the center for him.
Okay.
Um, for Cleveland. Mobley and his name will come back to me. And then you have Giannis and Miles. So we got Mobley and let me pull this up, man. I can't believe Jared Allen.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. You got Mobley, folks. It's I'm getting older, so it's the mind don't work as well as it do. So Mobley and Allen. Giannis and Miles. Who you get a nod to?
You got to give it the nod to the Bucks
Okay.
just because of
So
Giannis.
so let's go point guard. Let's go Kevin Porter Jr. and let's go Garland.
I got to give it to Garland.
Oh no.
Mike,
No.
and
And
I'm glad you brought that up
well,
because the
oh,
thing.
let me just make
Go,
an argument for
go
that.
ahead.
Garland too small. He can never hold Kevin Porter Jr. Kevin Porter Jr. can play some D. Garland's gonna have problems with him because he's bigger, he's stronger, he's left-handed. You're a lefty yourself. Lefties are hard to guard against, especially one as shifty as he is. So what I'm gonna say is it's a good matchup, but what I'm gonna say is advantage. Oh, Kevin Porter Jr. all day long. He's just too big.
Okay. And the thing about Kevin Porter Jr. and we might talk about this a little later in the show, but to me, this needs to be his breakout season.
Oh, absolutely.
If the Bucks want to
Hmm.
go anywhere, be in the top four, it's going to be because of Kevin Porter Jr.,
Oh,
not Giannis.
absolutely. Oh,
And
absolutely.
and the thing about it, Mike, is that this is his opportunity to shine. And I think he knows that. So, but I still the reason why I give it to Garland is that because Garland is, I would say, for the last, let's just say, 2 or 3 years, has been secure in that position with Cleveland, running the show, can shoot it, can take it to the basket. So I just think that Garland has the more, let's just say, I'm gonna say, experience in just being on a team as Cleveland is. I know Porter Jr. has been here, there, but I see it as a good matchup for both of them. But I still get that nod to Garland.
Mm-mm. I hope they play. Listen, because they. Matter of fact, Garland's out, so that's the problem. I want to see them, and I'm gonna tell you that size difference is too much for Garland. Garland has problems. He's always had problems with bigger guards, and the
Okay.
fact that the thing about the game of basketball, in my opinion, the modern game of basketball, you are looking for bigger guards, longer wingspans, guards that are crafty with handles. And although I consider Garland a true point guard. He's just too small to be. He's too small to be impactful, especially in the playoff situation when I can ISO him against Kevin Porter Jr. Bruh, it's candy all day long. He's just too small. He was, and I think they list him as 6'1", but let's just be honest. He probably six
Yeah,
feet.
Mike,
He
he's
probably
taller
six
than you.
feet. And Kevin is 6'4". I mean, so and he got a huge wingspan. So I'm telling you, but I agree with you. This is Kevin Porter's Jr. opportunity to make a name for himself, to show people how talented he is. Because people don't understand how talented that dude is. That dude can ball, bro. Matter of fact, Kevin Porter Jr. can be one of the best guards in the league if he discipline himself and stay focused. Because that's the only problem he's had everywhere he's been. This guy has been explosive, and we saw last year with the Bucks just how explosive this dude can get in limited minutes. So let's see what happens when he get a full season under his belt. I'm not saying he's the best point guard in the league, but I give him advantage over Garland. Now, what I'm gonna give Cleveland is Donovan Mitchell. Now, that's strictly Cleveland's advantage. I don't care who you throw at him, man. When you want to throw, I don't care who you throw at him in that two slot. Um, no, you know what's a great matchup though? It's Garland and Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony. That's a matchup right there because Cole is gonna keep coming, Garland's gonna keep coming. They right around the same height.
Right.
Um, that would be a good matchup. But getting back to Cleveland though, Ken, I think Cleveland is we've always had in this league great regular season teams. And to me, Cleveland is built for the regular season. They're not built for the playoffs. You remember how poorly Tarot, what was his name, Jones, the white ball player for him, Ty Jones,
Oh,
that got his Ty. I'm forgetting his last name, but he ended up getting a good contract and leaving. But you saw how Ty Jerome, that's his name. You saw how poorly he played, and he couldn't hit anything in the playoffs. He had a terrific season, Ken. So what I'm saying is, I don't see players on Cleveland that tell me, including Donovan, although Donovan has had some good playoffs experiences, I don't see any player on that you say to me, Ken, they went through the playoffs and you know what? They had great playoffs experiences. Or I don't see that. Until we have that, you can look at Giannis, you can look at Miles, you can look at a lot of these other players, and you can go, even look at Kuz. I mean, Kuz got a championship. You can look at these players, you can go, okay, in that moment, yes, they stepped up, they got the job done. I can't say that about anybody in Cleveland. I have the same problem with New York, to be honest with you.
Well, let's move on to New York.
Okay.
I
Same
just felt
problem,
like they
Ken.
just, to me, Anobi is probably the player that I like most off of New York
Mm, mm.
because he's just hungry. And to me, sometimes New York, they just depend on Brunson too much, too much. I mean, Brunson. I mean, I, I'm gonna give you the same scenario. Sometimes you just got to give up your shots to somebody else so you can flourish. Um, New York, they got a new coach. How is that going to how is that going to shake out? I just I
Yeah.
just don't I just don't see. Maybe I'm wrong, but in my opinion, I don't see New York coming out of the East. I'll take Indiana before I take New York, and that's
Yeah.
and the,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead.
No, Ken, I agree with you, man. I just don't like the style of ball New York plays. It's just too ISO. It's too ISO for me, and I agree with you. Um, a lot of times I'll even throw Detroit in there. I think it's too ISO. I think these, like you say, a good shot for a great shot, and I just think these players they get into these offensive sets where it's ISO and it's not enough ball movement. I think Cat gets to the point where he's come down a few times. He hasn't shot. You can look in his eyes. He's gonna shoot next time he touched the ball. And so I don't see again that them being on the string, man. And I agree with you. Like Indiana is a lot of people think, well, Halliburton is out and Miles is gone. Indiana's gonna be a problem.
Oh,
Why?
definitely.
Because they move the ball. They pass the ball. They don't care who shoot. They just want the best shot. Anytime you have a team, and that's what the Bucks is trying to move toward. Anytime you got a team that says we are going to try to get the best shot every time down the court, we don't care who shoots it because we have capable shooters. Bruh, you always in the game. You're always because you're getting quality shots and you're in
Right.
positions to rebound, to outlet, and all these other because everybody's involved, Ken.
Yeah, tell that to these other teams out here. Mike, Indiana is they play like no other team, and that's why they got to the finals. They don't care who they don't in the box scores. They don't care who's the leading scorer, or
Exactly.
they just want to win.
Yeah.
Let's and look at Boston. They lost Porzingis, Drew Holiday, Tatum's out for the whole year.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a tough year for them, Mike. And tough year. It is what it is.
Yeah. I think some teams are thinking in their mind, I'm gonna get some get back.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
oh
Yeah, yeah. I think that's what happened. You wounded. You that wounded animal in the forest, and somebody coming after you now because you weak. And but then again, I'm gonna say this is a great opportunity, man, for JB. It's a great opportunity for him to really showcase his skills and show that guess what? I can be that dude here because there's always been that question where whether it's him or JT and I tend to move to more toward Tatum, but I don't disrespect Brown at all because I think he's a solid player. But this is a great opportunity. I want to see what he gonna do. Is he gonna lead the league in scoring? Is he gonna carry Boston to to be in the fifth or sixth position that they ain't got to go in to play in? I mean, these are things that is he gonna be first team All NBA? Like I want to see because without Jason there,
mm.
bruh, you Who else? Drew gone. Like you say, Porzingis gone. Like this is you can easily get 25, 30 shots a game. Easily. Easily.
And you'll sleep.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking for Jaylen Brown to have a stellar year in Boston, and we'll see. We'll see, man. I want to see aspects of his game that I couldn't see that he had to sacrifice because JT was there, and so. But I agree, Ken. I think it's going to be a rough year for him.
Let's real quick take a look at Detroit and Philly. Let's start with Detroit. They acquired Duncan Robinson. I think what I know Ivy was hurt the majority of part of the season, but I think him coming in, let's just say healthy, that's going to help them because Cunningham can't do it by himself. So
And let me say something about Cave though, Ken. Cave need to pass the ball too, but go ahead.
yeah, well, I'm glad you said that because you can't take all the shots now. But I think Ivy, when he came into the league, I mean, he showed a lot of promise.
Hmm.
I think that his injury set him back, but I think he's going to come out with a vengeance.
Yeah, yeah.
I think Detroit they have an opportunity to be in that top four.
Hmm.
Philly, I don't know
Well,
where to
well, they said Joel is
healthy.
they had him in a little practice, but bro, listen, Mike Tyson did the same thing. They showed film of Mike Tyson in the gym. I was like, oh, Mike at 50 moving like that. Okay, what happened fight night? That dude was out of breath when they said ding. So stop. So all that filming and all that looking good and that means nothing. Let me see you run up and down the court, and let me see you after 50 games, Joel, and then we can have a conversation. Until then, I put no stock in Joel even being there, Ken, and being healthy and being available. None.
I mentioned this probably two other times. I'm gonna say load management once again for Joel. Mike. I think his let's just say health condition is worse than what people actually realize. So it is what it is.
Yeah, and one of the greatest big men to ever lace him up. Man, love to see Joel play. I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. From his backup game to his step back game to I mean, he he could do it all offensively, and he wasn't bad defensively. And
No.
many nights he cooked the Joker. Let's just keep it honest.
Oh
Many
yeah.
nights Joel cooked him. Like, okay, let me have some seasoning. Get that Lowry's out because I'm about to I'm about to sizzle this dude, and we seen it, man. We seen it. Joel couldn't do anything with Embiid, and it's such a shame because it's not his fault, man. It's just health, man. It's life. It just happens, man. Sometimes players have things. Think about Grant Hill, how great Grant Hill was,
Oh man.
man, and it just happens, and I think Phillies fans have to accept the fact that you're not gonna get Joel back. Not at least not the Joel that we've all come to admire and love and anticipate him playing. And it's not his fault. It's just life, man. And sometimes you have to just accept that. So I don't think I think they, Ace Bailey made a mistake. I think they should have picked Ace Bailey. I think that would have helped him a great deal because that boy is going to be a hooper in this league. I'm telling you, that boy is going to be a hooper. He not going to be. He going to be at Utah for a while, but trust me, Ace Bailey is a baller. I
Okay.
feel about that dude. That dude can go, bro. Mark my words. I said about Paolo. Mark my words when I say about this dude. Let me just say this: if Ace Bailey and Cooper Flag played 1-on-1, listen, Flag ought to throw in a towel. He not throwing a white flag because I'm telling you, Bailey would eat him up. He not even on the same level. Have you seen Ace Bailey play?
Yeah. He's a
That
bad boy.
he
He's a
ain't no
bad boy.
rookie. He ain't no rookie. He a rookie in body only, man. That's why it's such a shame because I was hoping he was gonna go to Philly, man. I was like, man, if Philly get him and Tyrese, and I was like, oh man, I'm thinking of future of Philly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, But he fired his manager. That's a whole nother show. And
Yeah.
now he's, and come to find out the young man is a great young man. It was all his man. Wasn't him. He was getting bad advice, this, that, and the other thing. I'm happy to see him land, and I am looking forward to seeing his career develop because I think he's gonna be a dog in this league, bro.
Hey,
Okay.
Mike, let's transition. We're gonna talk about your boy Giannis.
Yes.
Oh man,
Over the
I mean,
summer, Ken, all of the negativity, Ken. Talk to me about how did that make you feel? How did the city feel? What are your thoughts, man?
Mike, Giannis is a great player. Brought a championship to Milwaukee, but right now he hold the Bucks management as hostage.
Mm.
And the thing about it, management has done everything Giannis has asked them to do. I mean, you get Dane, you get Drew, um, you you add your brother on the team. You Now you got your other brother on the G League team. What more you want them to? I mean, what you want them to tuck them in the beard too? I'm like, come on, man. And the thing about it, Mike, is that for me, is that for a guy who is limited in some parts of his game, he asking a whole lot, Mike. Don't get me wrong. He's the leader of this team, but sometimes, as I said earlier, sometimes you got to give some stuff up to make others better. And Giannis is not doing that. I mean, you bring the ball up the court, you want to take the shots, you want to shoot threes, which I mean, here or there, but it's just like, come on, Giannis, you can't have everything now. I just think, Mike, and we talked about Milwaukee earlier, Kevin Porter Jr. is going to be the key for the success of Milwaukee this year. I think that um, Giannis has, I don't know, been Americanized. I'll put it that way, in a way that good and bad, pros and cons. But the thing about it, Mike, you just gotta. Sometimes you gotta take a hit and move into a different direction as far as Giannis is concerned. And I don't think he has done that. And as 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 far as I'm concerned, when the rumors came out about the trade going to New York and things like that, this is what he should have said. Right now I'm a Buck. I plan to be a Buck into the future, and my goal is to win the NBA title once again. Simple as that, Mike. How how you
Ken,
look?
Ken, I don't disagree with anything that you say. Let me now, because y'all know I love Giannis. I'm a
I
Giannis
know,
fan, and I'm a Bucks fan. We both been Bucks
right?
fans, lifelong Bucks fan. Sneaking into Mecca watching games. We been, back in the day. We Bucks fans. But I'm gonna be critical right now, and I had to be critical. Man, listen. Um, this man uh, brought a championship to Milwaukee. Tip my hat to him. Thank him. So excited. Got my fake championship ring. Everything. Okay. I even showed Ken bling bling. You know what I mean? Um, then the following year you get injured. Then the following year you get injured. Some of your teammates get injured. Why you haven't been back, bruh? You part of the problem. Like it ain't like the Bucks have just flamed out. They flamed out because you were not there. So how do you turn around and say to a franchise? Now this is what really bothers me. How can you turn around and say to a franchise, I want to win championships. As long as I can win championships, I'm here. And if we can't win championships, I'm out of here. And you're not even available to win a championship. I don't think to me, the city of Milwaukee, and I'm not living in the city of Milwaukee anymore, and you live there. The city of Milwaukee loves Giannis. They've given Giannis the red carpet, the blue carpet, the white carpet. They give him every carpet there is. Like they love this dude, honor this dude, celebrates this dude. You need to turn around and give that same love back to the city. Now, I'm not saying he's not giving love to the city because I know he's doing big things in the city. I saw the Greek restaurant. You know how much I like Greek food. Been to Greek multiple times. Yes, Greece multiple times. I want to check his restaurant out. I know he's doing great things for the city. But baby, loyalty. And even if you're gonna leave, why you talking about that while you're still here? Like why the season hasn't even started? Like why I don't understand. Like why do you want these rumors swirling around your locker room, which has got to be discouraging. Just like when we heard about the quote that he made, and the Bucks looked real good in the first few pre-games, and then when all that media stuff hit, they came out. I was like, they don't looking the same. Why? Because when you're hearing about your best player talking a certain way, not squashing rumors, there is a problem. Does he need attention, Giannis? Bro, you need attention, bro. I mean, because we giving you attention, man. We love your game. We want you to be in Milwaukee, but what we do not want, and I can speak for myself, I consider myself always a Milwaukeean, no matter where I'm living. I can speak for myself. One thing, Milwaukee, we will be down with you until we are not down with you. And when we feel like you not be down with us, there's a problem with that, bruh. Because this is we all we should be talking about is going into the season, an excited season, building this team, doing well. For the next 7-8 months, I'm here. I'm committed to Milwaukee, and then who knows?
Yeah.
Why you even got to say that? Like what is that? So so you gonna make a decision again, and then you got this Sham Sharanian running around here talking crazy. Oh, my sources. Who are your sources, dog? My sources tell me that Giannis is it's the first 25 games, and then he's going to make a decision. So, in other words, this man going to go out here and play with his team, and he's looking at his team like, if we don't win, I'm out of here. Who wants a superstar like that on your team? Right. So, Ken, I find it troubling and disturbing, and I find it unprofessional. And if I was Giannis, guess what? They didn't brought your family on. You only got one. What was he got? One other brother, or two other brothers. You might. Would y'all want to start for the Bucks? I'm saying, bro, they have been more. And you know what? I'm not mad at the Bucks because you're not gonna find another Giannis. But when I make that move, you need to be content. And right now, I don't think you're content. Because I don't know what you're chasing. And then this idea that I just want to win championship. Name another superstar that don't want to win a championship. Like, he the only one in the league that want to be on a team that win a championship. They act like Giannis just wants to be competing for championships. Well, maybe he should be healthy then. Let's start there. Maybe he should be on the court. And then if you lose, let's have another conversation. But, bro, I don't even think we can have a conversation. That's what the media missing about Milwaukee. Milwaukee won a championship, and then Milwaukee had injury after injury after injury. Ken, the reason why I said repeat, because who gonna repeat? I don't believe OKC is gonna repeat. Do you know repeating is so difficult in this league? And so should SGA say, if they don't I don't want to be here anymore because we ain't won a championship? Bro, it's about the team. It's about the struggle. It's about the loyalty. It's about the commitment to winning, right? It's not just if I don't win, I'm out of here. Okay, I'm just going to say this. I want you to find another team, and Ken, I'm going to leave it at this. Giannis, find another team where you're going to be the centerpiece of that team, where that city's going to adore you and love you like Milwaukee has done, that's going to bring on your brothers on that team and give them contracts when they're not going to even play. I want you to find that team that makes you the face of the team and then get back to me, because I guarantee you won't. You know who teams want? They want you. They don't want your brothers. And they don't even want you to be the face of their franchise. They want you to help them win, okay? So if you want to go help somebody win other championships, minus all of the love that you get in Milwaukee, bro, I say, you know what? Peace. And I always root for you because I'm a Giannis fan. I love Giannis, man. I love Giannis. I'm not mad at Giannis. He's a young man. He's doing what he thinks he needs to do. But just because I love him and I respect him doesn't mean I have to agree with the moves that he makes, man. And those moves are detrimental, because before I was a Giannis fan, I tell people all the time,
I'm a Bucks fan.
Stay right here. when he gone, I'm right here, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm rolling with him, man. Hey, Ken, because hey, listen, we didn't have two. This is a side note, and Ken can wrap it up for us here. I want Ken to kind of give us some predictions about what he thinks going to happen. Maybe talk about the start of the first couple weeks and who you think going to be we should be looking out for. But I'm here to tell you, Ken. Hey, um, if Giannis, bruh, you gotta do better. That's just the bottom line. You have to do better for the organization and for your teammates. And we'll see what happens, man. But I'm excited about the Bucks. I'm excited about their roster. I think their team is better this year than it was last year. This team might even be better than the championship team they had. Talent wise, I think this team is. I think they can even be a great defensive team. Um, I'm looking forward to see how they will compete.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Mike, the team that I'm looking out for is Orlando.
Mm,
I think Orlando has a possibility of being in the top four. So,
mm.
with the acquisition of Desmond Baines, I mean, it's huge for them. Take some, I'll say, some stress off of your boy, and I just think that they have a good upside. So, everybody look out for Orlando.
Yeah, and Ken, I mean, just to add to your point, they didn't have no 3-point shooting. That's always been their problem.
Right. Oh yeah, big time. So,
All right, folks.
okay.
Hey, it's been great to get back in
Oh
the
man, I
studio. The
know.
games start
Start
on
Tuesday.
Tuesday. And, hey, we're gonna be back in the thick of this year. We want to also come and give some analysis after some games. So me and Ken are gonna work that schedule out, see how we can come and give some reviews. But next week we'll be doing a kind of recap of the first week and see where teams are at and like Ken say, watch out for the Orlando. I can't believe you saying Orlando Magic, bro. I don't think anybody said that since Shaq in
I
Penny
know.
days until but it is a true statement. All right, folks, the world of sports unites us. Let us take this unity into our everyday life. This is why they play the game.